Yes, very good morning, dear students. Now I'm going to continue one more lecture, that is disadvantages of fossil fuels. So already I discussed about fossil fuels. So actually these fossil fuels are conventional sources of energy or non-renewable energy sources. And what are the disadvantages of fossil fuels? Now I'll discuss. See, following are the disadvantages of fossil fuels. See, fossil fuels like coal and already told fossil fuels examples are coal like petroleum. So these are just when they're born means these results in air pollution, as there is a release of huge amount of pollutants like carbon dioxide like that. So due to this global warming also possible. So right, and the next one, gases such as carbon dioxide released when a fossil fuel is burned, which causes global warming. That only I told. And third point is soil fertility and potable water is affected by the oxides of carbon and nitrogen, sulfur, etc. that are released from fossil fuels. Right, as these gases like carbon, nitrogen, sulfur, etc. So affected due to the soil water and potable water. When they are released means they are released from fossil fuels. These three gases are released from fossil fuels. So further, soil fertility and potable water is affected by the oxides of carbon and nitrogen sulfur. Where these gases will come means these gases are released from the fossil fuels. So due to this, soil fertility and potable water is affected. Yes, now a very important note point, dear students. Actually, fossil fuels are conventional sources of energy or non-renewable energy sources. So these conventional sources, these fossil fuels are were extensively used in ancient times. Already I told, and these sources of energy examples are not available in large quantities. Nowadays, these are not available in large quantities. So for that one, we are nowadays we are mostly using conventional sources of energy or renewable sources of energy and large quantities, and it cannot be replenished. We can't replace these fossil fuels, right? And fossil fuels will get exhausted if their consumption is not controlled. So if these consumption is not controlled, they are completely exhausted. So therefore it is better to switch to alternate sources of energy, that is non-conventional sources of energy or renewable sources like solar energy, nuclear energy, etc. Already I told about the non-conventional sources of energy. See, dear students, now I am going to discuss some text questions given in NCERT. The first question is, what is a good source of energy? Already told in the first beginning factors, characteristics of energy. So there I discussed characteristics of energy. Here I am telling what is a good source of energy. So a good source of energy has the following properties. One is a be economical, and second one is easy storage and transportation, and third one is easy availability, and fourth one is work done per unit volume or mass should be large, right? So these are the sources of energy properties or characteristics of sources of energy. What are the characteristics of sources of energy? Be economical, easy storage and transportation, easy availability, work done per unit volume or mass should be large. Serious, now I want to discuss one more question, that is what is a good fuel? Alright, I told about the fuel also, right? And a fuel is said to be good when it is easily available and when it produces a large amount of heat energy when it is burned. So what do we mean good fuel? Fuel is said to be good when it is easily available and when it produces a large amount of heat energy when it is burned. So third one, if you could use any sources of energy for heating your food, which one would you choose and why? So for heating and cooking, natural gas can be used for the below given regions. So why? Because it is easy for using. Natural gas are very easy to use, and it is naturally available, easily available, and it is easy transportation, and it does not produce any large, huge amount of smoke when it burn, and it is highly inflammable, right? It is not highly inflammable, right? So for that, these are the following regions. So we can use natural gas for heating and cooking, right? As dear students.